Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, a special impromptu live edition. Hopefully this is working. The last 3 times I've tried to schedule live events, it hasn't worked well, and I'm learning this new program. If you can see me, please leave a quick comment. I can see the comment section at the moment. Let me know if this is live, and then we'll go into what just came down this week regarding the ATF and their illegal, unconstitutional ban of bump stocks. All right, let's see. All right, hey Monica, Travis, Scott, how's everyone doing? Hopefully this is working here. Let me know if we're live, guys. Just give me a thumbs up, only because this is a new thing for me here. All right, we're good. So first off, thank you all. I know it's short notice. I came home and didn't really feel like editing tonight. I'm sun scorched to the point where it hurts. So I'm gonna do this quick little live stream. That way I don't have to edit. So what I wanted to tell everybody was what the ATF announced a couple days ago. And what they did announce, basically, and I'll read you some of the stuff here, is that they had no legal standing, no constitutional authority to ban bump stocks. And that could be very good. There's a couple of cases, as you may or may not know, that are pushing through some lawsuits, both by FPC, Firearms Policy Coalition, who I just happen to be wearing their shirt this afternoon, and also Gun Owners of America and others. Some people took it upon themselves to sue as well, but I'm going to show you this clipping that I was reading, this article, and I think you'll like it. So let's switch over if I can get this right. Bing. So this is at the Firearm blog, and you can see right there it says that the ATF admits no legal authority for bump stock ruling. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some things that should stand out because this is actually a really good standing. So let me adjust my mic. I'm using a new mic too, so bear with me on these. So what I want you to see is, first off, as you might recall, December 26, 2018, Donald Trump told his Department of Justice through the ATF to ban bump stocks. You might remember his quotes saying bump stocks are gone, we're going to ban them, they're as good as gone. And he followed through on December 26th of 2018. And that was called the final rule on bump stocks. We went over it ad nauseum here on the channel. And it goes into say what a bump stock is. We all know that. And that the reclassification from the ATF was that a bump stock was an illegal machine gun, as you can see there highlighted, and all current owners were ordered to destroy them. And if you didn't, you faced a 10-year bid in federal prison. So we move forward, and a lot of people obviously were angry because they became basically felons overnight in the federal system because of this ruling, even though they purchased bump stocks because the ATF under Obama said they were legal and didn't do anything to alter the operation of the firearm. Keep that in mind, okay? So then we move, Alpha Romeo 15, thank you so much for your super chat to the channel. Says, a little bit to help you get some sunscreen. Thanks for your hard work, brother. Thanks, man. definitely needed it today and forgot all about it. That's funny. So, this case here that we're talking about was brought by, let me get the name here, the NCLA. You'll see it a couple times. It's the New Civil Liberties Alliance, and the plaintiff was W. Clark Opposian, if I'm saying that right. I don't know. But this lawsuit rests on a straightforward presumption. The complainant states that since the legislative powers lie with Congress, as we all know, the ATF, as part of the executive branch, cannot reinterpret statutes to mean something else. Since the law regarding machine guns was not changed, bump stocks cannot be reclassified as machine guns. And that would be a spot-on definition of what's going on. Okay? There's more to the suit, but it says that's basically the crux of it. And it goes into why should we care. And there are many people who should care because I said numerous times that as if this were to be allowed to go forward unchecked, then the government at any time could just make a rule, not a law, a rule that things were illegal all of a sudden. So if I have a GoPro Hero 4, they could say, you know what, even though you bought that, it was legal, we don't like it anymore. It's illegal and you're a felon. So, Congress, the government can't do that stuff. They do it, but they can't. They have no legal standing, and that's what this lawsuit is for. So, I digress. Let's continue. So because as of September 18th, the ATF wrote this in a brief. This is actually what they just put out 3 days ago in a brief, in a court filing, and it says this. Let's see if I can get this to highlight right. The statutory scheme does not, however, appear to provide the Attorney General the authority to engage in quote-unquote gap-filling interpretations of what qualifies as a machine gun. Congress has provided a detailed definition of the term machine gun, thus referring to the federal firearms laws regarding that. So, now we have the ATF in a brief in court saying, yeah, we can't do that. Even though we did it, we can't do it. It's just a suggestion. They're simply suggesting that we don't use bump stocks, right? But wait, there's more. So the New Civil Liberties Alliance, on behalf of Mr. Imitation, quickly filed for a preliminary injunction, basically saying that their client has suffered irreparable harm from the deprivation of his lawfully acquired bump stock, that the ATF, in the opinion of the plaintiffs, clearly lack the authority to cause such deprivation. The final rule on bump stock should be struck down. And he's 250,000% correct. The ATF is nobody. They are nobody when it comes to making law. They don't sit in the House. They don't sit in the Senate. They're just one of those alphabet soup people who think that they have way more power than they actually do. The problem is that as each administration has gone on, they've given them more leeway to do things that people interpret as power. They don't have it. Let's keep going, though. So the ATF's brief, if you really wanted to look it up, here's the case number. All right, that's the filing. But there are 3 quotes that I want to go over that came in right after this filing was made by the ATF. Okay, and this is by the defense side of the lawsuit. The plaintiff side. So the first one here, it says, this case is not about whether gun control is a good idea. Rather, Mr. Imitation's appeal raises a key issue on how an agency may create such a ban. That is, whether agency regulations may contradict a statute passed by Congress. The appeal also challenges the notion that a mere interpretive rule can bind third parties, such as owners of bump stocks. So he's saying, yeah, the ATF can create a policy for the ATF or for government because they are the executive branch of government, but they can't make rules to affect third parties, me and you. They can't say that anybody who owns a Hero 4 is poor because the Hero 7 is out and I'm just trying to get by. They can't say that, but they've done it. All right, so we'll continue. There's 2 more good quotes I want you to see. The next one here, actually this is continuing. The bump stock rule made it a federal crime to own a bump stock, even one purchased with the ATF's prior permission. Remember, under Obama, I think 3 or 4 times they ruled that it was a legal accessory to a firearm. Remember, it's just plastic. ATF knows it did not have the authority to enact such a law. Instead of defending the rule, ATF now pretends the ban is just a recommendation for the public. The NCLA is confident the court will see through the ATF's game and strike down this invalid rule. And that quote was from Caleb Kruckenberg of the Litigation Council. He is spot on. Couldn't have said it better myself. Stacy Smith, thank you so much. Let me see if I can get that back. This thing is going a little quicker than I thought because I was reading from the screen. But thank you so much. It says NFA and Hughes Act are unconstitutional. Let's see if I can get the rest of it. I'm sorry. And FOPA of 1986, yes, all unconstitutional. You're spot on. Spot on. All right, so the next quote, I want you to see if I can get this great. Whoa, stand by. Keith Hayes, thank you. Thank you so much. That is humbling. Absolutely humbling, brother. Thank you so much. I'm just coming on here to let you guys know what's going on. Thanks. Know that that's going to go a long way to help me do this. So thank you. Here's another one from Tight T, super chat. Pew Pew Life. That's awesome. X51. Thanks, guys and gals. I appreciate it. I love the support. Really, it keeps me going. Also, to all of the new subscribers, we just went over 113,000 subscribers. I got a ton in the last 2 weeks. Thank you all. I hope you find this channel worth value. You're going to get the information, like I say in some of my videos, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent related to the Second Amendment as fast as possible. I mean, look, I'm going live because this just came out. It was just released. Actually, you can see on the this article, if I click over back to it, it was posted a minute prior to me coming on or looking it up to come online. So thank you all so much. So I want to go to the second quote here. And it says, and this is by Mark Chenoweth, who's the executive director and general counsel, I assume, of the new civil liberties. He says, ATF is caught between a rock and a hard place. The agency lacks legal authority to issue a so-called legislative rule, but a mere interpretive rule is not legally allowed to bind any third parties outside of government. By ordering 500,000 bump stock owners to surrender their devices or face prosecution, the ATF has acted in a completely unconstitutional fashion. It is high time for the federal courts to put a stop to this regulatory nonsense. That is perfect. Perfectly said. And you can see down here a quote from the author here, Benjamin F. says, Congress could have passed bipartisan legislation making bump stocks illegal. Instead, ATF has tried to ban them via administrative action. And don't forget, ordered from the president and all those videos he did after the Las Vegas issue. He was one who wanted them banned as bad as anybody else up there. Where was I? The administrative action on the bump stock final rule. This court has a constitutional obligation to strike down ATF's attempted legislative rewrite. Otherwise, the executive branch will usurp Congress's legislative function in other areas. And the Constitution's careful limits on how laws are made will be undone. Absolutely. If you give them a foot, they're going to take 300 yards. It's Congress. It's government. They think they're important. They work for us. They should fear us. Sorry for the notification. Sorry. But they work for us, and they have to be reminded of that constantly. So good news is that the ATF themselves have admitted they didn't have the legal standing to do what they did, which now puts the pressure on the courts because they have to rule this was unconstitutional. They absolutely have to. There's no way around it. But the president's office right now is going to be trying to scramble because he wanted it done that way. He's the one who got them to knee-jerk react instead of going through like most of the states are now. They're passing laws to ban bump stocks. So with that said, if you live in a state like Massachusetts, who has banned bump stocks even after, or actually we did it before, the federal government has made it illegal. If this is overturned, saying that ATF didn't have the standing, it's still going to be illegal in your state. But we'll see what happens with this case. I'll have it here as soon as information is published. They don't always update those courthouse records in a timely fashion, so I will have it as fast as possible. Let me try to catch up here. This hurts. It is on fire. Let me see if I can get some of these comments here and questions. Cesar Garcia, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm trying to catch up with this. So if you're wondering why I'm trying to catch up, I'm using a new program called eCam, ECAMM. YouTube no longer allows anybody to use Google Hangouts, which was what I used, and it was too easy. And now I basically have to pay for this program. So this is a new program I had to buy to use to live stream to YouTube. It's got some good functions, but I'm still trying to learn it. But thank you for the time, and let me learn how to do this. So turn off chat notifications. I'm trying. You must hear them on your side. I'm trying, man. I don't know how to do this stuff. Sorry for the news, for the noise. I'll learn it. Trust me. So Louis Puerto Rico says, I like the shirt. I got this from Firearms Policy Coalition's website. They have some pretty cool shirts. I don't get any money for sending anybody to Firearms Policy Coalition or Gun Owners of America or any other group that's pro 2A. But every time you buy a cool shirt, you look cool, you send a message, but it goes right to the fight for them. So if you like the shirt, see what something they like over there, grab it. It's just helping the cause. All right. So we have. They get your microphone. No, that thing you hear, that's people making comments. My mic should be solid. I just paid $400 for it. It's not cheap doing this stuff. Let me see. Just finished my Bud Light Randy Kenny. Appreciate it. All right. The Essential Freedom says with his super chat. Awesome. Thank you. All gun laws are acts of usurpation, aka treason. 200% right. Absolutely right. Cause for a celebration past the beer. Not too soon. This is good, but they're not going to go down without some type of a fight. Maybe if I do. I don't know. Can you still hear me? All right. I just killed my sound here, so if you can't hear me for some reason, let me know. Let me see. Meg Mortis says I should look into DLive or the Cash App to keep more of the donations. I'll have to check that out. I've never heard of either one of them. But yeah, I'll check that out. What's this? So here's the one from Stacy Smith that I couldn't find. NFA 1934 and Hughes Amendment of FOPA 1986 unconstitutional. It wouldn't matter if it was classified as a machine gun. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Mario Ramos says hi from Florida. How it goes? It felt like Florida here today. It started out 42 degrees, ended up 80 degrees, and that's why this happened, because I didn't know it was going to be 80. And I was outside all day. Let's see. Monica Beach, I agree, prepare. Eric's email says the NRA said Beto is the AR-15 salesman of the month. Yes, I had some Beto bait going on yesterday at the range. Got some cool stuff that we're gonna try to work in. You've seen Ben and Andy, my friends who have been having helped me out a little more with the channel as it's growing. It's becoming very, very tough to keep it all up on my own. So we're all firearms instructors. So we're going to start working in a thing called the drill of the week. Just simple drills at the range that you can practice that will make you a better shot no matter what your skill level is, so that you can prepare. So I hope you guys and gals like that. That sound is annoying. I know, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Hopefully this made it better. Mega Mortis, doing the Lord's work. Thank you. I see it as just doing what's supposed to be done, and found a way to do it. So hopefully I keep you all with me. Man, this thing is... I gotta get used to this chat. The chat box is that big, so give me a sec. Ralph Bailey says, love your channel. Thank you. Spin C throws hands. What about the DOJ? Let me put it on the screen for you. What about the DOJ requesting Apple and Google for their apps info on the smart scopes so they can track and use videos, photos, and the users of the smart scope? So I did look into that because I got a lot of emails once that happened. And from what, now I could be 200% wrong, but from what I took of their request, the way it was presented was that those scopes in question were sold in violation of a tariff or a treaty. They were sold to countries where we were not supposed to be selling firearms products to, if you know what I mean. For instance, say we have an embargo on scopes to whatever, Antarctica, and the Brown Bottle Company sends a scope to Antarctica. They illegally sold it because it violates the embargo, the treaty, whatever the hell it is. So from what I understand, like I said, I could be wrong, the government is trying to get the information from the apps to see who is using these from these areas that they're not supposed to have them. And from what I am told, it's more they're looking for to see if, say, like Al-Qaeda now has smart scopes, or Hezbollah now has smart scopes. That's what I got out of it. I could be wrong, but that's why I didn't go crazy on it, because it doesn't appear that they're doing it for any reason stateside, although we all know that if they do get it, and they didn't get the info yet, Apple and Google were holding off. If they do get it, you know they're going to just abuse that stuff. So, but as of right now, I don't believe they're doing it for the wrong reason, but you know, I mean, it's government. They don't do anything right. Everything they put their hands on, they break. Everybody saying my mic's clicking. I know, it was the notifications. I'm sorry. Caesar, thank you so much for your super chat. Let's see. Marie John 316. No doubt we must resist. Time is coming faster than people think. All right, good. So it looks like they stopped. Stacy Smith says it stopped. Good. Oh, maybe not. Mr. F. I nominate Guns and Gadgets to be the director of ATF during the disband of the ATF. Yeah. I do like Trump did in the Apprentice. You're fired. Need a plumber for that drip. You guys are awesome. Let's see if I can catch up a little more. Simulation 7 says, what do you think of the Tallow Ruger 5.56 whiteout? I don't know because I haven't seen it yet, so I will have to look at that up. Truth says, best channel on YouTube, and you ain't lying. I might be partial, but I agree with you. Let's see. Tactical Tony, ATF is not a legislative body. Absolutely, no laws, only rules. Yeah, and their rules are limited, like we're finding out in this lawsuit here. Let's see. So Daniel Cunningham says SteamYard is another one for you to check out. I will. Jeffrey Bleem says NFA stamp should be reduced to $10 because it targets minorities. It should be free. It shouldn't even have a stamp. No more pop in the background. I fixed it. Sorry. I'm a dope. I should have just turned it off. All right. Vaughn Cartman, great job as always. Thank you for doing what you're doing and keep everybody informed for encroachments on 2A. Thank you for your time. Your time is much more valuable than you get credit for, and I know that. So thank you so much for being here. Hacksaws, there we go. Resistance from tyranny is obedience to God. It's also our constitutional requirement, correct? We're supposed to, any law that's illegal and unconstitutional, we're not supposed to follow anyway. George Joseph, you need to be a statey in mass doing details by sitting in your cruiser. Don't condone us. Yeah. No comment. Let's see. Just got this notification. Mufasa. Yeah, I scheduled it literally like 6 minutes before it started. I apologize. It just was news that I thought needed to get out right away. Anytime you find out that the government overstepped its bounds and admits it, and now is looking at getting kicked in the woo-ha, that's a good time to go live, I think. The Eagle, $400 for a mic. Yes, it includes the stand and the pop filter and all that stuff. But yes, this, in order to bring you guys and gals stuff that I think is representative of a professional-looking channel, it costs money. I was using, let me see. I was using this one. It's the Blue Snowball. But if you watch the last 2 live streams I did, it would cut out randomly. And it's not always fun to have your microphone cut out when you're doing live streams and interviewing guests on the national level. So it was kind of embarrassing and needed to be done. The Armed Constitutionalists, 1776. Got that 1776 dark roast in Miami. Thank you. I appreciate you buying it. It's great coffee, not only because it's associated, but it really is good. It helps out the channel, excuse me. It's coffee and beer. Geoanalytics, give me liberty or give me death. Absolutely. Black Shadow, about to open my blue moon. Let's see. Scott Hargrove. What about my president? He wants them banned. Or does he? No, banning bump stocks wouldn't work. A master chess player making moves to expose enemies of the Constitution. Yeah, I don't know if that was a mistake, 4D chess, or what. I think he, just like every president who does an executive order, no matter what it's on, they're usurping Congress. They're trying to force it on their own. And with the last 3 presidents, they have more executive orders than like all of the ones prior added up. It's ridiculous now. Zach says, so we will be compensated for having to destroy property that was actually never illegal. That should be part of a lawsuit being filed probably Monday, I would think, right? Restitution. Stacy. Awesome. Thanks again. New flag design. A row of blue 3% instead of the thin blue line flag. Sorry, I can't support the people. Be busting my door. Just know that not everybody wearing the badge is an ass. Trust me when I tell you, I talked to hundreds of them about what's going on. A lot of them watch this channel. If push came to shove, not as many as you think. Yes, there'll be some, just like there'll be some in the military that would turn on the citizens. Not as much as you think, though. Thomas Dean, thank you. I enjoy your channel. Thank you. I enjoy you enjoying my channel. So thank you so much. Without you guys and gals, this stops. Really does. Stops. All right, let's see. Mr. Lambries, Esquire. Super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Council, thank you very much. Getting text messages like crazy. That means something's happening somewhere in the country usually. All right, Clifton 559. Bump stocks are for beginners, dude. I can shoot my SKS like a real machine gun with one thumb. Bump stock ban won't stop it. We all know that, which is why what they did was ridiculous and a stretch. We all know that. Stacy, I would buy that flag from your channel. If I had a company that I could work with that would make flags, I'd do it. Believe me. My friend, let me see which way I'm going. My friend makes those though. There we go. Everything's reversed. The 3% flags there, that's all wood. And she does that by hand. So if you wanted that, just send me an email. I'll get you in touch with her. Gun fan. By chance, are you a prepper or just a Second Amendment advocate? I wouldn't say I'm a Second Amendment advocate. I'd say a Constitution-loving American. Prepping, I want to. I got to start doing it. I started to do a little bit, but I got there's 6 people in this house, and 4 of them have autism, so it's very, very, very difficult, and I really should do more. Let's see. Alpha Romeo's, thanks for helping support Jared and his channel. Love the 2A community. Yeah, we're doing good work, guys and gals. Just by supporting Blackout Coffee, you support the troops. You don't maybe not realize that, but they send a lot of stuff overseas to the guys and gals who are fighting for what we're doing right now, the ability to be free. So when you help out the companies that stand by this channel, it means a lot. And I know that when I do the Monday morning grind and, you know, talk about the company for 30, 40 seconds about what's going on, I know it can anger some people, but please see the big picture. That is how a lot of this stuff is done. That's how this is done, you know. So please bear with me. Let's see. The Lawless 556. I just got here. Please recap. All right, my brother or sister. So the ATF came out 3 days ago in a lawsuit. They're being sued for bump stocks and the bump stock ban. And they admitted in a court brief, a legal document, that they don't have the power to ban bump stocks, that it's now more of a suggestion because they don't have the constitutional authority to create law, and nor do they have the authority to make stopgap policies. You know, the federal law defines what a machine gun is, and a bump stock does not fall into that definition. Therefore, they had no legal constitutional standing to call a piece of plastic a bump stock or a machine gun. I'm sorry, a machine gun. Just because it does what it does. The ATF 4 times prior said it's okay, but all of a sudden, because what happened in Vegas and what Trump was saying at the time, they said, all right, we're going to ban them. So that's what's going on. And now I would assume lawsuits will be aplenty this coming week. Smurfologist, good name. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Donate before and I'll donate more. Thanks. Thank you. I just appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. Awesome. Almost 1,000 people. That's awesome. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. Raccoon Fun. Sheila Jackson Lee described her experience holding an AR-15 and held in my hand. It's as heavy as 10 boxes. Yeah, she's an idiot. All these idiots who are playing on people's emotions are about to get exposed. I'm not Will Rogers. That's a good one. Loyal viewer, love the great information you supported 2A by you and your channel, and please keep up the great work. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Now everyone runs the scope through VPN. Yeah, that would take care of it. Let's see. Yes, Maura Healey, our Attorney General, tyrant here in Massachusetts. Her day's coming in October. Hopefully we get to report some good things happening to her. Smurfologist says, what is your opinion about what Colt did? I covered it in the video. I did. And I think the way I see it, there's 2 sides of this coin. One, it's a dirtbag move. In essence, they're saying that you peons aren't good enough for our product anymore. Because the market is saturated. If you look on my Facebook page for the channel, I put the actual statement from the CEO. It's up there from 3 days ago. He says that because there's so many people in the market that make things affordable, nobody's really buying our overpriced stuff. Is basically what he surmised to, and that he's going to focus on military contracts now. You know what? More power to you. Go do what you want to do. It's your company, but you're abandoning the populace. Okay, you don't want to turn your back on the people because you're going to need them. And we'll remember when Colt comes back to the consumer market. We'll remember. Bill Confidential, thank you for purchasing Blackout Coffee. Means an awful lot. Thank you so much. Leo Graham, is the Second Amendment Foundation... I don't know if I got the name right, but there are help in fight against Congress and Senate. Yeah, the Second Amendment Foundation's doing some lawsuits too. They're one of the big, I guess, big four: the NRA, GOA, FCP, Second Amendment Foundation. There's more. There are definitely more. There are state level ones that are doing great work too. There are state level ones that aren't doing great work too. That's why I say support those who support you. You will know in your area who's better for your state. So, help them out. Throw them $5, $10, $15 if you can. Brandon Farnsworth. Hey, Jared, love the videos. Where do you get the shirt you're wearing? Go to Firearms Policy Coalition's website. I think it's gunpolicy.org. They have a ton of great shirts there. It goes right to the fight. Rylan Singleton just came in the middle. Will it be rebroadcast? Yes. After I finish going live here in a couple minutes, YouTube will process it and it'll rebroadcast as a regular video. It takes however fast their processes work. All right, let's see. There's another one. Awesome. Firearms Ranch. I own a gun store and hear things related to the Second Fast, but you always have already done a video on it first. I love the channel. Keep it up. Yeah, thank you for saying that. Thank you for acknowledging that. It's one of the things I take pride in is I try to have whatever the news is today. I like to say I had that on my channel 2-3 days ago. And most of the time that's the case because I work hard at this. Made a lot of connections, made a lot of friends in good places, and so I get some information. So if you're new to the channel and this is the first time you're watching, if you like information faster than you're going to get it anywhere else, hit that subscribe button. Please join this group. We're growing, and we want you to be part of it. Joe Forte, not the best, the greatest channel on YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate it. It means a lot. I just wish the other whatever 20 million gun owners thought the same because they should all be on here. Anonymous, long live the Second Amendment. Absolutely. Thank you, Anonymous, for your donation. It means a lot. Popeye Rouse, support your mom and pop gun shops. Absolutely, 100%. If you know some local ones, so go see them again. If you don't know them, go say hi. Help them out. Because we know the government in many states, not all of them, but these states that I call slave states, they're trying to force them out. Steve, how we doing, buddy? Let's see. Clifton 559. Let's ban liberalism. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. All right, we'll do a couple more. I don't want to take up your night with dead air, but I just, like I said, wanted you to see what's going on. This could be some good news coming down from the ATF there. Smathany1, appreciate the work you put in. Thank you. I appreciate you much, much more than you know. Hey, I just got a thumbs down. Awesome. 2 of them. Jose Loiza, Semper thank you. Aaron, thank you for your kind words. Thank you so much. Cult of Malgus. The people equal the nation. Stay loyal, officers. Absolutely. I say the exact same thing. This will make bump stocks legal in every state too. Nope. This isn't ruling on it. It's just showing that the ATF didn't have any legal standing to do what they did. Let's see. I don't know what I said, but I'm getting the thumbs downs now. Thank you. Peter Piper just got here. What happened with the bump stocks? ATF has come out in a court case saying that they didn't have the legal authority to make a bump stock ban, basically. Arthur Roberge, thank you for the support of the channel. It means a ton. Stacy's back at it. Thank you, Stacy. Going crazy. Union meeting. Go on strike if any Leo reprimand honoring oath. Put in the contract. Yeah, it's already in the contract. We're supposed to uphold and defend the Constitution, and I have already told my boss, who watches this stuff too, so he'll know. Like for red flags and stuff, I ain't doing them. I'd much rather walk away. Much rather walk away. What do we got? What do we got? Adam Kraut Price Law Firm was correct completely. Absolutely. Adam's awesome. I know Adam. He does great work. Does awesome work. What part of the state are you in? Wondering if you're close to me. Central Mass. The Worcester area. Boom. Kluki84. What's up, bud? Jay McMahon from Massachusetts Attorney General. If you are on this channel at all ever and you see this video and you live in this state of Massachusetts, Jay McMahon's name should be on the tip of your tongue. That man needs to be the next Attorney General. Not only because I know him, but because I know him. I know what he is. I know what he stands for. He's Constitution through and through. He rides a bike, a Harley. You know, he shoots. He's a solid cat. And he's what we need to get rid of those frickin' tyrants in there. Tim Gottman, what's going on with the Illinois court case that found the FOID the thing is unconstitutional? I don't know. I haven't heard anything after that ruling yet. A lot of times, I'll have to look into that again, because a lot of times they'll reprimand it to the lower court to do something, and that usually gives them time to make a change, so I'll have to check into that. George Parody, please get a hold of Yankee Marshall to do one of his chats and prove to him not all Leos will follow blindly when it comes to gun confiscation. I know, I don't know Yankee Marshall, but I know he's aware of the channel. But yeah, maybe I'll go on it. He's out west, so his stuff's pretty late for me. But yeah, maybe we'll get on one of his before too long. Anthony Shamrell, sorry if I'm killing it, man. I wonder what would happen if 1 million armed gun owners marched to the Capitol demanding that justice be inflicted on all tyrannical politicians attacking the two-way rights. Just a fantasy. Yeah, it is. I know it wouldn't get any type of coverage that all these, you know, the whiners get. You know, let's march on Congress because somebody took my bottle and my blankie. What else we got? Tony Smith. Hey, Jared, do you Let me see if I got another follow-up from you. I thought it was just my screen that froze. Maybe it got cut off. Oh, there he is. Did you hear anything about the gun roster in California? No, not recent. I do know that it's stupid. So much so that my friend Will, the Daily Shooter, moved out of the state. Thank you for all you do. We need more channels and people in general like you. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, guys. We've been on a long time. I don't want to... Ooh, hey, Jeff Pendry. Already getting the 2A Blackout Coffee subscription, and ironically just placed an order for a black and white Guns and Gadgets shirt an hour ago. Awesome, thank you. Great coffee, but really wanted to show support for you in addition to my Patreon donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and thank you. Big shout out to the patrons I have here. You guys and gals are the lifeblood to this. You really do help where more ways than you even know. It's instrumental. Without the support of the people who support the channel, this is impossible. All right, it's 6:30, so we've been on it for 45 minutes. I don't want to keep you all much longer, so I do want to thank you all, each and every single one of you. You all mean so much. Your support is absolutely humbling. It astonishes me every single day that I wake up and I check my subscriber count and I check my views. It's just so humbling. Thank you. What the way the channel has grown in the last week has just been inspiring. It's never grown at this rate. It's never had this much popularity as far as views. So I hope it continues. If you're new here, please consider joining. This is where you're going to get that information. You know, you'll get it other places, but maybe not quite as fast. No dig at my buddies on YouTube. But with that said, I want to thank you, each and every one of you, more than you know. It's just truly humbling, and my hats are off to you. I will see you again. I'm going to try to do these live streams regularly. I just got to figure out what day I'll be able to do them because my schedule is stupid. But thank you all for your time. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much for your kind words. I read almost every comment. Sometimes there's thousands and thousands of them, but I do scan them and look at every one of them. I just can't respond to all of them. But thank you so much for your support. It means so much. Until we see each other again, this is Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon, and have a fantastic evening. And on to the next one. Take care, guys and gals.